With Halloween being just around the corner, which horror movies based on the holiday are great for this time of the year? Welcome to my channel, my name is Em aka Horror, and in today's video I will be counting down 10 horror movies based on Halloween. Carved 2024. Carved is a horror comedy set on Halloween night in 1993, where a small town pumpkin carving festival turns into a bloodbath after a monstrous pumpkin awakens. What starts as a night of fun and costumes quickly becomes a fight for survival as the pumpkin hunts anyone celebrating the holiday. Blending creature feature chaos with campy humour, Carved embraces practical effects, over-the-top kills and nostalgic 90s Halloween. Whilst it doesn't have a star-studded cast, there are well-known faces who contribute to the gory, goofy film. It is the kind of movie that doesn't take itself seriously, which is either going to be something you love or you hate, which its ratings definitely reflects. VHS Halloween 2025. VHS Halloween is the newest chapter in the cult found footage horror anthology series. In this particular film, every story unfolds on Halloween night. The film stitches together several terrifying short films connected by a sinister wraparound segment involving a cursed new soda called Diet Phantasma. From trick-or-treaters who unleash something evil to haunted houses that come alive, the movie blends 80s nostalgia, urban legends, and brutal practical effects. With audiences calling it the best VHS installment, its Halloween setting and old-school scares are what makes the movie worth watching. With gore, creativity, and the Halloween theme, it is a perfect watch for those craving a bloody Halloween anthology. The Barn 2016. Set in 1989, the best year ever, lifelong friends are on their way to a Halloween concert and they make one very bad detour. They stop at an old barn that local legends say should never be disturbed on Halloween night. When they open its doors, they accidentally unleash 3 demonic harvest monsters who feed off Halloween mischief. It's filled with laughter, practical effects, and 80s nostalgia with plenty of blood and gore, making it a must-see this Halloween. Night of the Demons 1988. A group of friends decide to throw a Halloween party in an abandoned funeral home called Hull House. They make some bad decisions and ultimately decide to hold a seance. It starts as a joke, but they accidentally awaken a demonic entity that possesses them one by one. It has some great effects and a very 80s energy throughout, with loud and campy themes. Trick or Treats 1982. On Halloween night, a troubled young man escapes from a mental institution and sets out to wreak havoc on an unsuspecting babysitter. What begins as a night of harmless pranks and Halloween mischief quickly turns into a deadly game of cat and mouse, with the killer using Halloween costumes and decorations to carry out his attacks. As terror mounts, the babysitter must confront the psychopath and fight for her life in a tense, gory, and suspense-filled night. With classic 80s slasher style and a Halloween setting, Trick or Treats is an underrated classic which is perfect for this time of the year. Flesheater 1988. A group of college students on Halloween night head out for a night of fun, only for it to end in horror when a farmer that they have met stumbles upon an ancient sealed box hidden in the woods. When curiosity gets the better of him, he opens the box and awakens a horde of flesh-eating zombies who begin terrorizing anyone nearby. As the outbreak spreads, the students must fight to survive the night while navigating dark forests, abandoned buildings, and fear. Full of 80s gore, campy scares, and classic horror charm, Flesheater turns a night of Halloween into a gruesome battle for survival. Terrifier 2016. Art the Clown's solo debut, Terrifier takes place on Halloween night when two friends stumble into a deranged clown after a night of partying. When they get on the wrong side of him, he stalks them and leads them to a night full of terror and blood. The film does have brutal practical effects and a gritty tone which gives the movie a unique feel. Whilst the extent of the gore and kills may not be for all, for an independent movie it has become one of the most well-known modern franchises, and it has paved its way into true success with a franchise of its own. Terrifier is one that will leave you feeling sick yet weirdly satisfied, with Art the Clown becoming an instant icon but also an instant fear. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, 1982. Halloween 3 is the only one in the franchise to not be based around the well-loved horror icon Michael Myers. The story follows a sinister mask company planning a mass sacrifice on Halloween night, with their main victims being children who wear their masks and watch their advertisement on the television. It has a very eerie theme, and the tone of the movie is completely different to the rest with the Halloween title. However, this does not make it a bad movie, and it does make you question why they didn't continue with making the franchise completely different to what we know today. If you have not yet seen the Season of the Witch, it is definitely one to put on your list. Hellfest 2018. A group of friends head to a horror-themed amusement park filled with mazes, monsters, and haunted houses. However, the night soon turns sinister when a real killer uses this opportunity to stalk and murder his victims. Due to the audience not knowing what is real and what is not, as a first-time watch, it will make you keep questioning what is going on. Whilst there are other Halloween movies which are based on haunted attractions, Hellfest has a colourful atmosphere which contrasts what is happening in the story, making the movie a fun watch. The House is October Built, 2014. The House is October Built is a found footage journey which follows a group of friends on a road trip documenting the scariest haunted houses they can find. However, when they hear of an underground attraction called the Blue Skeleton, this is where their experience changes. Set over several nights, it captures the seasonal atmosphere perfectly and then twists them into something real. It feels raw, intimate, and terrifyingly believable, making the movie one for those who are seeking some Halloween horror. So as always, what do you guys think? Do you have any horror movies based on Halloween that you would suggest watching? Let me know down in the comments section. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and switch on that notifications button, as I will be uploading more content like this. Thank you so much for watching. You can check out my other content here. With that being said, I will see you in the next video.